guys, so today I'm going to be doing an old Hollywood glam makeup and hair inspired tutorial. There's not much to say about it. It's pretty self-explanatory, you know? I am super excited to be doing this though. It has been on my list of things to do for so long and it's been so highly requested. And it also includes a cut crease on the eyes, which I am so excited to finally be doing because it's very strange that I do not have a cut crease tutorial at all here on my channel. So I'm very excited to finally be getting around to that for those of you who've been asking to see a cut crease tutorial. This is all matte, all neutral. It's gonna look glamorous and beautiful on everybody. It's absolutely timeless. So yeah, I hope that you guys enjoy. Thank you so much for watching. I love you guys and I'll see you soon. Bye.
Hey guys, so the first thing I'm going to be doing today, as always, is priming my eyes. I am using MAC Pro Longwear Concealer in the shade NW20. This is my favorite way to prime because it conceals any blood vessels or veins or redness while priming for eyeshadow at the same time. You do whatever you're comfortable with though when it comes to priming the eyes. Then I'm going to go in with Bamboo. This is an eyeshadow by MAC Cosmetics. It is a really, really light shade, so very easy to put in that crease for a transition color. I am using a Sigma E38, which is an amazing brush because it's nice and small, but yet it's still a blending brush. As you can see, I am putting this only on that upper crease area, and I'm not going to get any of it on the lid. Then I will go back with an E40 brush, again from Sigma, and just blend that back and forth in windshield wiper circular motions. We don't want to get this on the lid, but even though we're going to have a harsh cut crease, we still want everything above that cut crease to be very blended. Then I'm going to go in with Wedge. This is another color by MAC Cosmetics, and this is more on the cool side. Using that same E38, I'm going to go right over that Bamboo color. The reason that I wanted to put Wedge in there as well is because it's going to really neutralize that eye area because I did not want it to be too warm or too cool, but very neutral. So the exact same steps, just blending it out. Then I'm going to go in with Ground Brown. This is another brown shade by MAC Cosmetics, just very dark. And this time I'm going to be using an angled, technically eyeliner or eyebrow brush. This one I think is by Anastasia Beverly Hills. You can use whatever you want. I'm literally going to carve out that crease as you can see me doing, and then I will go in with a pencil brush and just blend back and forth. I would suggest putting a little bit of Wedge on that pencil brush when you're blending it out and not going in with a clean brush because that might just kind of chop it up a little bit. Sorry, I'm a little blurry, but it's the exact same thing. We're just going to lightly carve out that crease. And if you don't have a crease or if you don't have like a really indented line in your crease area, just go ahead and create one for yourself. You don't have to have a crease in order to do this. And then I'll just go back and continue blending back and forth, back and forth. You can bring this cut crease as far into the inner corner as you want. I didn't bring it all the way in, but I brought it pretty close. Then I'm going to go in with MAC Blanc Type. This is a very pigmented, very matte, creamy white ivory eyeshadow, as you can see. Using a flat brush, this is a MAC 242 brush. I'm all about MAC life today, apparently. I'm going to pack this all over that entire lid. Using a really pigmented eyeshadow like this will also help make that cut crease even more defined because you can take this shadow up and really put it in that entire crease area and make it look even more harsh, which is the first time I think I'm ever using the word harsh when it comes to my eyeshadow. But we do want that crease to be harsh, and then we want everything above it to be very blended and very blown out, as you can see. Now I'm going to be doing my eyeliner, and I'm using Morphe Gel Liner in black. I just prefer gel liner over liquid. I feel like I have so much more control over it, and I love this Morphe eyeliner. It's very pigmented and very black. You don't have to go over it 500 times to get it to actually be as black as you want. I am using a Sigma E65 brush. This might technically be a brow brush, but shh, don't tell anybody. I use it for eyeliner. I absolutely love this brush. It's my favorite brush to apply eyeliner with. And what I do is I make a line from the outer corner of my eye up towards the tail of my brow. And then I just connect basically the line from the outer tail of my brow to the inner corner of my eye. And then I just fill it in, like connect the dots. I've been doing my eyeliner like this for about a year, and it's my favorite way. It doesn't fail. It works every time. I'm going to be giving my lashes a quick coat of mascara. I'm using MAC Giga Black Lash, and then I'm going to be going in with lashes. I am using Velour Lash in the style Strike a Pose. I do have a discount code for you guys that I'll put in my description box down below if you're interested. Strike a Pose are one of my favorite lashes ever for just like an evening where you want to look elegant and glamorous because they're nice and dense and full and fluffy, but yet they're not too long and too intense. They look like you have lashes on, but in the best way possible. They're just very girly and very feminine. Then I'm going to be priming my face with Tarte Clean Slate Flawless. This is a 12-hour brightening primer. I don't usually prime my face, but today I was trying to get as much moisture in my skin as possible because my skin has been extra dry this past week, and so I am using that for that purpose. Then I'm going to be going in with Giorgio Armani Luminous Silk Foundation. I wanted to use the Smashbox Studio Skin Foundation today for a much more matte look, for that really old Hollywood retro glamorous look. But again, my skin was so dry, I just couldn't. I am using a Morphe G6 brush to apply my foundation. It's nice, it's small, it's dense, and what I love about this brush is that it doesn't pack on too much product because it is so small and so dense. So it's really great for foundation. I am using a MAC Pro Longwear Concealer. Yay! An oldie but a goodie. And I'm going to be blending that out with a damp beauty blender. Make sure you get your beauty blender damp before you use it because that is what it is made for. And it will make your under eye concealer really nice and sheared out so that you don't cake too much on. Because if you're like me and you can be a little heavy-handed when it comes to your concealer, a damp beauty blender will really pick up that excess product and make it so that you do not have cake face underneath the eyes. I'm going to even out that highlight by putting a little bit of it on my chin area and also on the center of my forehead. This will just kind of evenly distribute that highlight throughout the face so that you do not just have this under eye highlight and then nothing else. It just evens it out. Then I'm just going to set that under eye area with Anastasia Banana Powder. This is from her contour kit. You can also buy this individually now on her website. And I'm going to set that entire under eye area from inner corner to outer corner. This is a must for me. Otherwise, I will become a creasy mess no matter what concealer I use. Then I'm going to use a Makeup Forever concealer just to cover up a couple blemishes I have because I used a detox mask last week and my skin was not too fond of it. So that is why I'm incredibly dry and woke up with painful breakouts the next day. So I have some friends on my face right now and we're going to hide them. Moving on. Now I'm going to be filling in my brows and I'm not going to elaborate on it too in depth. We're going to scan over it pretty quickly because so many of you have asked for an updated brow routine. So I will be filming and sharing that with you guys very soon. I am using an Anastasia Brow Wiz though to fill in my brows, which is my absolute ride or die when it comes to brows. It's my brow lover. And my husband is giving me a nice cold Izzy. Ugh, if you guys don't know what this is, go out and get it. It is the best drink ever. We are slightly addicted. Then I'm going to be going in with Mylar. This is another eyeshadow by MAC, and I'm going to be highlighting that brow bone. Mylar is one of my favorite shades ever by MAC. It's so simplistic, and it has this glisten and this gleam to it without having any glitter or shimmer. It is just absolutely beautiful, and it's great for mature women who are looking for a highlight without wanting shimmer or glitter. Then I'm going to be taking Ground Brown again and putting it on the lower lash line only in the outer corner of the eye, right where it meets up with that winged eyeliner. I'm putting it really densely into that lower lash line and then I will just go in and buff it out back and forth. I want the color to really only be on the outer corner of the eye and not all the way in because I don't want this to look too smoky. Then I'm going to take that same Mylar shadow and pop it in the inner corner just for a nice bright-eyed doe eye effect. Once we have done that, I am going to just go ahead and put a thin coat of mascara on my lower lashes. I do have really long lashes on my lower lash line, so I have to be really careful because I really don't want the lashes to steal the show, but I did have to put some mascara on them. But as little as possible will do the trick. Now I'm going to be using Makeup Forever bronzer in the shade 20 to contour my face. I am using a Makeup Geek brush to do this. I think it's technically a blush brush, but you know me, I'm a rule breaker, so I'm going to use it to contour. I'm just sculpting out underneath of that cheekbone, taking it back towards the temple and blending upward. You always want to blend upward when you're contouring and never downward, otherwise it will defeat the purpose of sculpting out your cheekbones. Then I'm going to just put that all over the temples and the forehead. This again, just like highlighting, will bring it all together and evenly distribute it. Then I'm going to be using Ambient Lighting Blush. This is by Hourglass in the shade Diffused Heat. And I'm going to be blending that on the apples of the cheeks back towards that contour. It's so beautiful and it really gives you a glow from within effect, which you guys know I'm all about that life. I'm just blending it out to make sure that there are no harsh lines and those cheeks are nice and blended. Then I'm going to be going in with NYX Lip Liner in the shade Hot Red. I really do like NYX lip liners, I have to say, for like a nice cheap drugstore lip liner. I think that these are really great. So I'm just going to be aligning my lips as you naturally would. I'm not really doing anything crazy or overlining them or anything like that. I'm just going to line them like I typically would and fill them in completely. And then I'm going to go in with a red lipstick, and I couldn't decide which one I wanted to do, but I decided to use Gerard Cosmetics Fire Engine. And it's actually the perfect time to tell you guys that I do have a limited 35% off discount code for you. I will put all the description for that in my description box down below. It's only going to be lasting for about 4 days. So if you want to try any of the products from Gerard Cosmetics, check that out in the description box. So now that we are done with this look, yes, we're done. It's pretty easy peasy, right? I think it is. We're going to be moving on to hair. This hot mess of a hair. I'm going to be clipping in extensions today because let's get real, you guys know that was not all me in the intro. I am using Bellamy Lily hair. This is 260 grams of hair and 20 inches long, so it's a lot of hair. What I'm going to be doing is clipping in a total of 3 wefts, and I clip and I curl as I go. So I'm going to be taking the Bellamy 6-in-1 curler. I've raved about this so many times. It is the best curling iron ever, and I am going to curl all of my hair forward. Instead of like I would typically curl it away from my face, I'm going to be curling it towards my face, and that's all it takes to get that old Hollywood glam retro wave look, is just to curl it towards the face. I am using the biggest barrel that the 6-in-1 comes with, so they're nice and big and fluffy. And as you can see, I am spraying my hair with hairspray as I go. I'm using the Healthy Sexy Hair Soy hairspray. This is the Soya One It All. And I will just give like a light coat of hairspray every few strands just to kind of give that like a nice tight hold so that when we are done with all of this, it doesn't just fall flat, because my hair naturally wants to be flat as a board. So now that we have gotten up towards the top of the head and we are only working on my natural hair now, we have clipped in a total of 3 wefts, which is really all I need because this hair is just so thick. It's incredible. I'm just going to curl my natural hair like I've curled the rest of it, and I'm going to give myself a part that's pretty far over to the side to really give that intense thick bang to look extra glamorous. Then I'm just going to brush through all of my hair. I'm using a Tangle Teezer. Any brush will do though. And then I will just fluff it up and we are completely good to go when it comes to the hair. It is easy peasy. You can do some teasing if you want. I just used a bunch of hairspray and just fluffed it up. Then to complete this look, I just wanted to go in with a little bit of Gerard Cosmetics gloss in the shade Summer Sun for just a little extra touch of glam for that glossy lip. And once we are done with that, our look is complete. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching. I love you, and I'll see you soon. Bye.
But to live forever with his guilt, as right when it is right to make. Twist the bones and bend the back. You can trim him of his baby. Give it firm and like this black, just like this. Leaving it firm, sucking the life and won't tell him. I must tell you, and there you go. The lives have all been cursed because of all the witches working.